This is the tablet that beats all other tablets. Ito rin yung favorite kong tablet right now. Si Xiaomi Pad 6s Pro, 12.4 inches. Ito po si Xiaomi Pad 6, 10 inches. Last year, ito yung pinakamagandang tablet na na-recommend ko for you guys. Simply because sobrang okay na kanyang specs. The display is just so good. Now this is the Xiaomi Pad 6s Pro. 10 times better than this one. Kung ito Snapdragon 870 to guys, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 flagship processor agad. Up to 1.5 million points ang Tutu benchmark. Kung kulang na kulang talaga sa performance ito for the games, especially sa Genshin Impact. At sa emulator, it's got a much bigger display, mas vibrant, mas bright. It's got a much bigger, much more flexible keyboard. Hindi cramped yung inyong fingers kapag nagtatype. And yes, stand din po siya encasing nung tablet na maraming angle ang pwede, hanggang ganyan po ang kaya niya. For example, gusto mong manood ng pagganito, pwede na. Well, actually, pang drawing yon. Okay. And by the way, meron na siyang trackpad sa kanyang keyboard. May trackpad na, may mouse, you know. Eto wala. Pero talaga, this thing has a 10,000 mAh battery at 120 watts hypercharging po. And it's even got 6 speakers. Ito ba yung comparison ng dalawa? Xiaomi Pad 6, ito po yung sound. At ito naman guys, yung Xiaomi Pad 6s Pro. Rinig ba yung bass? Grabe specs beast to Pati sa camera, specs beast. 50 megapixel rear camera. Meron pa siyang 32 megapixel selfie camera. Tapos may bago siyang pen na pwede mong pang PowerPoint presentation. At pwede mong gawin to? Mag-drawing in thin air? Sheesh! And that is just half of the specs na na-mention ko sa kanya. Grabe no? Ang tindi nitong laptop na to guys. Ay, siyempre. Sorry. Tablet pala. This is the Xiaomi Pad 6s Pro. Ako pala si Pins. And this is my nonchalant review. And you're watching Unbox Diaries. Oh, by the way, if you want to check out the full specs of this phone, punta lang sa unboxdiaries.com. We've got it all for you. Okay, so ito yung tablet, no? Ganyan po yung kanyang itsura. Ito naman yung kanyang box. Malaking-malaki yung kanyang box. And inside the box, you get the papers, the cable, and the 120 watts hypercharger. Grabe yan. Ito rin available to, pero sold separately siya. Hindi siya kasama doon sa tablet. Which is yung keyboard. Which is normal lang naman kasi nga guys, this will bring up the price even further. Just like sa iPad guys. Diba si iPad meron siyang sarili niyang keyboard. Plus 15K yun. What? Ito guys, wala pang ganun sa ganung presyo. And of course, this is the pen you saw earlier, which is the Xiaomi Focus Pen. Mas advanced na pen compared kay Xiaomi Smart Pen 2. Pero ito feeling ko sobrang mandatory nitong keyboard for the Xiaomi Pad 6s Pro. Without it, masyado siyang malaki. Medyo mabigat. And kailangan mo talaga ng stand guys, no? Kundi ganyan ang mangyayari sa table. And kapag nakahiga ka, ginagamit mo siya, it's too big. That is why for me, kailangan mo ng stand. At syempre, you definitely need the keyboard and the trackpad. Converting this into this computing beast. Kaya Sir Beans, paano yan? Kung ganito, guys, hindi gumagana ang kanyang keyboard kapag ganito. Hindi nagre-register, which is good kasi nga, minsan, nagtitake ka ng notes, nagsusulat ng ganyan. Ayaw mo, yung parang nagtatype pa rin siya kahit ganito. Diba? Kasi tumatama Hindi po siya tumatama. Hindi siya nagre-register pag ganyan. Pero kapag ka, ganito na siya, pwede na ulit. Boom. Pero yung kanyang itsura ay very similar to the iPad Pro ni Apple. From the color, the shape, even the camera. Gayang-gaya talaga guys. Sobra. Pati yung build quality, no? Walang tinipid dito. This is a very premium product. Aluminum finish back. Even the cutouts, iPad na iPad po ang datingan. Ito po yung itsura. Not sure kung may ganitong color si 6s Pro, pero ayan, ito po yung itsura ni 6. And as you can see, very much the same yung shape. Well, syempre, 6 pa rin to, 6s Pro, di ba? Same model lang na naman ang number. Pero kasi in terms of yung accessories, yung processing speed, parang ang laking jump niya, parang 7 na to no? And even the display, pati yung bezels, ay kasing kapal niya. Nakaka-excite ba mag-games dito? Laki. Wala pa siyang punch hole. Ito yung camera niya guys, nasa bezel part. In terms of yung bigat, by itself, hindi siya ganun kabigat. Actually, a very light product for its size. Pero, if you add this, medyo bibigat siya ng konti. Ayun na naman, extra weight to it. Medyo mabigat yung keyboard niya. By itself, 600 grams po siya. Or 1.32 pounds. And with the keyboard casing, 2.5 pounds na po siya. Almost double the weight. I also see that sobrang nipis ng tablet. That is by itself. Pero, with the whole thing, it's quite like a sandwich. Medyo makapal na po siya. Pero ang ganda ng quality ng kanyang casing. Masabi ko, same quality as yung kay iPad. Now, in terms of buttons and ports, wala na po siyang headphone jack, no? Pero ito meron siyang power button, volume rocker, the same position din as the iPad. It's got 2 microphones at the right side. Silabing 6 speakers. Siguro, it looks like dito lang lumalabas sa side na to, pati dito, yung kanyang sound. Dito po wala, at wala dito sa baba. It could be tatlo po ang speakers dito. 1, 2, 3 at 1, 2, 3. Ito po ay Dolby Atmos na rin. At yung display ay Dolby Vision na. Speaking of the display, this display is just the best thing about it. Not only is it huge, 12.4 inches, it is also very sharp 3000 resolution. AMOLED na siya. 144 Hz pa. And it's even got 900 nits of peak brightness. At saka Corning Gorilla Glass 5 pa. Kailangan mo yan kung na-frustrate ka sa Mobile Legends. At ito pa, meron siyang TUV Rain Lens certification for these things. Low blue light, flicker-free certification, at circadian-friendly pa. Whatever that means. Na because mas malaki yung kanyang display, mas bright, kapag nanonood ka ng mga movies dito, talagang mas improve, mas bongga ang experience compared dun sa Xiaomi Pad 6. And if you watch sa Netflix, meron po siyang Widevine L1 certification dito. Full HD, Dolby Vision support, and HDR10 HEVC pa. Ang ibig sabihin naman nun is, kapag nanonood ka ng mga movies dito na may Dolby Vision support, HDR10 support, gagana yung HDR settings na ginawa for that movie, which is mas magiging bright, mas detailed yung mga dark parts ng movies. You will get a much superior image quality than the regular standard definition. Sana may HDR din sa Vivo Max. Wag lang masyadong malakas yung speaker kasi rinig ang bawat ang bastos mo! Pero to sa atin lang to. Kung gusto mong manood ng Vivo Max dito, bumili ka ng tempered glass na hindi kita yung sa gilid para... Kasi AMOLED siya guys. Ang AMOLED kasi kitang-kita pati sa side. May pros and cons talaga ang AMOLED sa sobrang klaro niya. Now in terms of gaming, ito na. Sa Mobile Legends, napansin namin, grabe. Sobrang crisp ng graphics dito sa kanyang display. Sobrang sagad din. Sinagad yung kanyang content kasi yung iba guys may parang bars pa sa side. Ito guys, full screen. Lalo sa Call of Duty guys, oh my god. Sobrang immersive. Akala mo naglalaro ka sa PC or laptop or Switch. Tapos guys sa Mobile Legends, naku, pwede mong gamitin yung keyboard para gumalaw-galaw. Oh, ayan oh. WASD, Counter-Strike. Well, actually, pwede kang touchscreen at pwede rin keyboard at the same time. Pero ito yung recommend ko. Yung kanyang keypad dito, yung directional pad niya, yung pinaka-useful lang. Sa skills kasi guys, kailangan ng direksyon. Pero ito kasi guys, linear lang po yung button press ito. JKL yung actual na key binding dito sa Mobile Legends for the keyboard. Pero kung ayaw nyo yung ganitong setup, pwede ka maglaro ng ganito. Ang pinaka-advantage ng kanyang casing is pwede mong ibaba ng todo yung kanyang display just like that. At ayan na, mas useful na po siya. Alis dito, may suporta ka kasi instead of ganito, parang nakaganyan ka lagi. Ito mas relax ka guys. May suporta pa sa table. And as you can see, mas effective siya as a gaming device. Pero tanong, gaano pa kabilis itong device na to? Meron pa siya Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. Alam ko, di pa sinagad sa 8 Gen 3, pero kasi yung presyo, very good na for the 8 Gen 2. Now this thing, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, has a 1.5 million points Antutu benchmark score. And sa Mobile Legends, it's always 120 FPS, ultra refresh rate, ultra graphics. Yung nga lang napansin namin na sobrang na-zoom in yung kanyang gameplay. Hindi po siya yung parang zoom out na madaya na pinapakita ko. Usually na, for example, nasa turtle ka, nasa bush ng turtle, tapos kita mo yung mid lane. No. This one is parang the usual na mobile device. Malaking tulong yung keyboard kung nasanay ka. Baka madaya pa. Kaya pong bahala kung paano kayo maglaro dito. May mga bagong ways ka lang kung paano siya gamitin through Mobile Legends. Sa Call of Duty naman, ito yung kanyang settings, no? Ultra frame rates available agad, 120 FPS. Pero guys, tinas namin hindi siya ganun ka-optimize right now. 60 FPS lang yung malabas sa FPS counter dito sa display. Not sure kung bakit. Siguro hindi pa talaga siya na-optimize pa for this device. Pero ito napansin ko meron siyang support for controllers. Pwede ka mag-key binding dito to any button sa isang gamepad dito sa Call of Duty, which will let you play this game in console mode. Parang naka-console ka, game console. Pwede ka gumamit mga shoulder triggers, mas comfortable, mas ergonomic. Isa naman gumamit ka ng screen na medyo, ako naninibago, depende yan sa gamer. Ako kasi sanay na ako sa controller. Yung iba naman, nasanay na sa display kasi wala sila ibang magamit pa. But if you're a touch user, Naku guys, marami kang screen real estate dito para mas marami pang space ang inyong kamay to move around the screen. Maninibago ka lang kasi medyo mag-stretch ng konti yung fingers nyo. At least happy si Jowa. Magiging mas kulado na ang inyong Hindi siya mabablock yung inyong fingers kapag kasi sa cellphone di masyadong cramp, nabablock. Ganun. Ito guys, hindi siya mabubuhol. Sa Genshin Impact naman, yes, very positive po dito yung kanyang gameplay. Madalas 60 frames per second. Pero bumaba siya ng 48 FPS kapag ka masyadong maraming effects sa screen at the same time. Also, bumababa yung kanyang frames kapag merong malayong nire-render sa background. Ayun. But overall, sobrang playable niya. Ang taas ng resolution, ang ganda ng graphics dito sa Genshin Impact. At the highest settings available, 60 FPS po to guys. At kung meron ka pang gamepad, nako, mas nakakatuwa siyang gamitin. Now, aside from gaming, malupit din siya as a multitasking device. Ito, yung nagustuhan ko sa kanya, which is YouTube. Meron ng 3 dots dito. Ayan o, click mo lang yan. May lalabas na ibang options dyan. Click mo lang yan at may lalabas na split screen. Mas madaling intindihin. Then click the other app and it just goes like that. Since 12.4 inches to, mas malaki, mas natural tingnan yung split screen sa ganitong klaseng display. Ayan o, pwede mo siyang i-adjust like that. Kasi mas rectangle po yung shape niya. Perfect for 2 apps side by side ng parang ganyan. Also guys, a brand new focus pen is here with new capabilities. Not only is it better for writing dito sa kanyang notes app, suwabe yung kanyang sulat guys. Not paper matte smooth, pero or natural. Pero to if mahilig ka mag-present, kung teacher ka, tingnan nyo to, or kung meron kang kliyente, gusto magbenta, i-hold mo lang kanyang power button dito. May lalabas yun, no? Yun, no? So ito po sir, no, meron na siyang shadow dito, meron na siyang ultra graphics and ultra frame rates. Ayun. So bilhin niyo na po siya, sir. Ayan. So meron din siyang presenter dito, yung parang next. Ayan, up and down button dito. Okay, yan si K. Pwede ka mag-present, ano? Press mo lang yan. Also, pwede ka mag-drawing sa presentation nyo. Dito, gallery to gallery. So, just click lang to. And then, kung gusto mo hold mo lang yung power button ulit para mag-drawing. So, ito po si K. Yan. Ito po si Aryan. Ito yung kanyang girlfriend, si Seiya. At sino to? Sino to, guys? And of course, syempre, the handy-dandy screenshot feature with the pen. Just do that. Kung nagpa-present ka, mas effective talaga yung ganito. Para mas natural kapag may pen ka. Pero hindi siya, for me hindi siya necessary feature if you want a tablet. But the keyboard is, no? Talagang, it goes hand in hand. Due to its size, syempre, sobrang laki niya, kailangan may support talaga. And with the support, may keyboard ka pa. Pero yun if you really want the feature na nakita mo kanina for the Xiaomi Focus Pen, go get it as well para kompleto yung inyong Xiaomi Pad 6s Pro experience. Oh, by the way, HyperOS na po to. So, mga nagtatanong dyan kasi kinakabahan yung ibang fans dyan. Oh my God, Beans, nakita ko yung sa kaibigan ko, nag-boot loop just recently. Well, naka-MIUI kasi siya. Ayun. So far, wala naman tayong problema sa MIUI right now. Kaya kasi, just to be sure, HyperOS ka na. By the way, parang pang iPad din pa rin kanyang interface dito. Mukhang iPad na iPad. Yung mga settings dito. Walang app drawer, guys. And yes, malupit din ang kanyang camera. Ito na. Now, the 50 megapixel dual camera setup at the back. Yung isa naman, depth sensor. Yung dalawang yan can do this. So far, in terms of Android tablets, this is one of the best cameras in any tablet. Talagang high-end ang nilagay nila dito. Decent sharpness, very detailed photos, good dynamic range. Also, very good low light po. Selfie naman, ito yung tsura. Of course, syempre, Xiaomi yan. Medyo hindi niya forte yung selfie. Ayun. Pero okay naman yung selfies niya, guys. 32 megapixels. It is decent at best. Sa video, guys, can shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second. Wow! Pero guys, wala siyang EIS. Ba't ka naman magbibideo ng ganito kalaki? Okay, Ninja. Pwede ba ito pang cinematic video? Ito matama to. I don't think pang ganun siya. Pero 4K 60 FPS meron pa siya dito. Just in case you need the extra video quality. Ito na may itsura niya for Zoom calls. Tapos meron siyang light sa harap para malaman na naka-on yung kanyang camera. That's a nice feature. Ayo, anti-spying. Kasi nga minsan, hindi mo alam may naka-on yung light dun sa camera. Naka-hack na pala yung mo, tapos naka-on yung light. Ba't naka-on yung light? Yung pala, naka-on yung camera, may i-espia sa'yo. Meron kasi dyan yung mga nagbibideo na lolo-lola or lolo. Ganyan silang video guys. Tapos, naka-ubad sila. And guys, matindi yung kanyang connectivity features. Ito na po. Naka Wi-Fi 7 na siya, Bluetooth 5.3, USB 3.2 Gen 1, at mukhang Wi-Fi lang po siya, walang data, walang SIM tray. Pero you can get this for only 8,256, 33,999 lang. Meron siyang 12,512, 39,999. Tapos yung focus pen niya, 3,499 pesos. Yung keyboard naman, 6,499 lang. Now, kung may pera ka lang, talaga, there is no reason that you should not get this if nagbabalak kang bumili ng isang tablet this 2024. Mas mahal lang diyamak pa rin si iPad. At mahal talaga si Samsung. And this is a much better product than the Xiaomi Pad 6. Ang layo guys, no? Performance pa lang, the display and the sound quality and even the accessories that come with it is just so impressive. Kung gusto mo lang bumili nito, baka meron tayong Oxil piso deal. May MagSafe na rin yung kanyang pen. Pwede mo siya charge ng MagSafe charger. Oh, by the way, yung kanyang pen pala, pwede mo siya i-charge dito. Ayan, matic charging yan. Kapag ginawa mo yan. Also, the keyboard is being charged by the tablet itself. No cables needed. But what we need is your support. Subscribe na kayo sa Unbox Diaries. And of course, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of our great content. And you're watching Unbox Diaries Nonchalant Review.